Life unfolds in the present moment. It is in this very moment that we find the essence of our existence, the core of our being. Every breath we take, every heartbeat, is a testament to the present. Yet, how often do we truly live in this moment? How often do we allow ourselves to be fully immersed in the now, without the distractions of our thoughts and worries? Yet how often do we find ourselves lost in thoughts of the past or anxieties about the future? Our minds are like time machines, constantly traveling to moments that have already passed or to those that are yet to come. This mental time travel can be exhausting, pulling us away from the richness of the present. We replay old conversations, relive past mistakes, and worry about what might happen tomorrow. This preoccupation with the mind's chatter robs us of the joy and peace that can only be found in the now. The present moment is a gift, a precious opportunity to experience life in its fullest. When we are caught up in our thoughts, we miss out on the beauty that surrounds us, the simple pleasures that life has to offer, the sound of birds singing, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of a loved one. These are the moments that make life truly meaningful. Mindfulness offers a way out of this mental labyrinth, inviting us to step into the present moment with full awareness. It is a practice that encourages us to observe our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. By doing so, we create a space between ourselves and our thoughts, allowing us to see them for what they are, fleeting and impermanent. This awareness brings a sense of clarity and calm, helping us to navigate the ups and downs of life with greater ease. It is here, in the now, that we discover true peace. Peace is not something that we need to search for, it is already within us, waiting to be uncovered. When we let go of our attachment to the past and our worries about the future, we open ourselves up to the peace that resides in the present moment. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances, it is a state of being that we can cultivate through mindfulness. The present moment is all we ever have. The past is a memory, and the future is a dream. The only reality is the here and now. When we fully embrace the present moment, we free ourselves from the burden of the past and the anxiety of the future. We become more grounded, more centered, and more at peace with ourselves and the world around us. The past is gone, and the future is yet to come. Clinging to past regrets or worrying about future uncertainties only creates suffering for ourselves. We cannot change what has already happened, and we cannot predict what will happen. The only thing we have control over is how we choose to respond to the present moment. By letting go of the past and the future, we open ourselves up to the infinite possibilities of the now. When we cling to past regrets or worry about future uncertainties, we create suffering for ourselves. This suffering is unnecessary and self-imposed. It is a result of our attachment to things that are beyond our control. By practicing mindfulness, we can learn to let go of these attachments and find peace in the present moment. We can learn to accept things as they are, without judgment or resistance. Mindfulness teaches us to let go of these mental burdens and embrace the present moment without judgment. It is a practice that requires patience and persistence, but the rewards are immeasurable. By being fully present, we can experience life more deeply and more authentically. We can connect with ourselves and others in a more meaningful way. We can find joy in the simple things and appreciate the beauty of the world around us. By learning to live in the now, we free ourselves from the tyranny of the mind. The mind is a powerful tool, but it can also be a source of suffering if we allow it to control us. By practicing mindfulness, we can take back control and use our minds in a way that serves us rather than hinders us. We can learn to quiet the mind and find peace in the present moment. We become more attuned to our inner world and the world around us. This heightened awareness allows us to experience life more fully, savoring each moment as it arises. We become more compassionate, more understanding, and more connected to ourselves and others. We find joy in the simple things and appreciate the beauty of the world around us. This heightened awareness allows us to experience life more fully, savoring each moment as it arises. We become more present, more engaged, and more alive. We find joy in the simple things and appreciate the beauty of the world around us. We become more compassionate, more understanding, and more connected to ourselves and others. The practice of mindfulness is simple yet profound. It is a way of being that can transform our lives in ways we never thought possible. By being fully present, we can experience life more deeply and more authentically. We can connect with ourselves and others in a more meaningful way. We can find joy in the simple things and appreciate the beauty of the world around us. It involves paying attention to the present moment without resistance, observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. This gentle practice has the power to transform our lives, bringing greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. By being fully present, we can experience life more deeply and more authentically. We can connect with ourselves and others in a more meaningful way. We can find joy in the simple things and appreciate the beauty of the world around us. This gentle practice has the power to transform our lives, bringing greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. By being fully present, we can experience life more deeply and more authentically. We can connect with ourselves and others in a more meaningful way. We can find joy in the simple things and appreciate the beauty of the world around us. The journey to mindfulness is a journey to our true selves, a journey to peace. To truly embrace the power of now, we must first understand the role of the ego. The ego is a complex construct, a mental image we have of ourselves that is built from our thoughts, beliefs, and past experiences. It is the voice in our head that constantly narrates our life, telling us who we are, what we should do, and how we should feel. This voice is not our true self, but rather a collection of conditioned responses and learned behaviors. The ego is the illusory self, constructed from our thoughts, beliefs, and past experiences. It is a mental image that we have of ourselves, a story that we tell ourselves about who we are. This story is often based on our past experiences and future aspirations, and it shapes the way we see the world and our place in it. It thrives on identification with the past and future, constantly seeking validation and security in external circumstances. The ego is always looking for something outside of itself to feel complete, whether it be material possessions, achievements, or relationships. It is never satisfied with the present moment and is always striving for more, creating a sense of lack and dissatisfaction. The ego is a master storyteller, weaving narratives of who we are and what we need to be happy. It tells us that we need to achieve certain goals, acquire certain possessions, or be in certain relationships to feel fulfilled. These stories are often based on societal expectations and cultural conditioning, and they can create a sense of pressure and anxiety. It tells us that we are our possessions, our achievements, our relationships, and our social status. The ego equates our self-worth with external factors, leading us to constantly compare ourselves to others and seek validation from outside sources. This can create a sense of competition and insecurity, as we are always trying to measure up to an idealized version of ourselves. This identification with the ego creates a sense of separation from our true selves in the present moment. When we are caught up in the stories of the ego, we are not fully present in our lives. We are either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, missing the beauty and richness of the present moment. When we believe the ego's stories, we become trapped in a cycle of desire and aversion, constantly seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. This cycle keeps us in a state of perpetual dissatisfaction as we are always chasing after something that seems just out of reach. We become like a hamster on a wheel, running faster and faster but never getting anywhere. This pursuit of happiness outside ourselves keeps us trapped in the illusion of the ego, preventing us from experiencing the true joy that resides within. True happiness and fulfillment come from within, from a deep connection to our true selves in the present moment. When we are caught up in the stories of the ego, we are disconnected from this inner source of joy and peace. Mindfulness helps us to see through the ego's illusions. By bringing our attention to the present moment and observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we can begin to see the ego for what it is, a collection of conditioned responses and learned behaviors. We can start to disidentify from the ego and connect with our true selves. By observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we begin to disidentify from them. We realize that we are not our thoughts. We are the awareness that witnesses them. This realization allows us to step back from the stories of the ego and see them for what they are. Just thoughts, not reality. We realize that we are not our thoughts. We are the awareness that witnesses them. This awareness is our true self, the part of us that is always present, always at peace. When we connect with this awareness, we can experience the true joy and peace that come from being fully present in the moment. This realization is a profound shift in consciousness, freeing us from the ego's grip and opening us to the peace and joy of the present moment. It allows us to live more fully and authentically, connected to our true selves and the world around us. By letting go of the stories of the ego, we can experience the beauty and richness of life in the present moment. The ego's grip on our lives is further strengthened by what Eckhart Tolle calls the pain body. This concept is not just a fleeting idea, but a profound understanding of how our past experiences shape our present reality. The pain body is an accumulation of unexpressed emotions, past traumas, and negative beliefs that we carry within us. It is a psychic entity that feeds on our negative thoughts and emotions, keeping us trapped in cycles of suffering. Imagine it as a shadow that follows us, growing larger and more menacing with each unresolved emotional wound. The pain body is an accumulation of unexpressed emotions, past traumas, and negative beliefs that we carry within us. These unexpressed emotions can stem from various sources such as childhood experiences, societal conditioning, or even ancestral trauma passed down through generations. Each unhealed wound adds another layer to the pain body, making it more complex and harder to dismantle. It is a psychic entity that feeds on our negative thoughts and emotions, keeping us trapped in cycles of suffering. This suffering can manifest in our relationships, our work, and even our physical health, creating a ripple effect that impacts every aspect of our lives. It is a psychic entity that feeds on our negative thoughts and emotions, keeping us trapped in cycles of suffering. The pain body thrives in the darkness of our unconscious mind, where it can operate without our awareness. It often surfaces during moments of stress or conflict, hijacking our thoughts and emotions and leading us to react in ways that are out of alignment with our true selves. This can result in feelings of anger, sadness, anxiety, fear, and even addiction, as we seek ways to numb the pain or escape from it temporarily. The pain body can manifest in many ways, such as anger, sadness, anxiety, fear, and addiction. These manifestations are not just random occurrences, but are deeply rooted in our unresolved emotional pain. For instance, anger might arise from a sense of injustice or betrayal experienced in the past, while anxiety could stem from a fear of repeating past mistakes. Each emotion is a signal from the pain body, urging us to pay attention and address the underlying issues. However, without awareness, we often misinterpret these signals and react in ways that perpetuate the cycle of suffering. When we identify with our pain body, we give it power over us. This identification happens subtly, as we start to believe that our pain is an integral part of who we are. We might say things like, "I'm an anxious person," or "I have always been angry," reinforcing the pain body's hold on us. This identification not only strengthens the pain body but also limits our potential for growth and healing. It becomes a lens through which we view the world, coloring our perceptions and influencing our behavior. Our interactions with others, our decisions, and even our self-image are all filtered through the pain body's distorted lens. It becomes a lens through which we view the world, coloring our perceptions and influencing our behavior. This distorted lens can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts as we project our unresolved pain onto others. We might misinterpret someone's actions or words, seeing them as threats or criticisms, when in reality they are neutral or even supportive. This projection creates a barrier between us and the world, isolating us in our suffering and preventing us from experiencing genuine connection and joy. Mindfulness offers a way to heal the pain body. By bringing awareness to our emotional patterns, we can begin to release the pent-up energy that keeps us stuck in the past. Mindfulness offers a way to heal the pain body. This practice involves observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing them to arise and pass away naturally. By doing so, we create a space of awareness that is separate from the pain body, giving us the opportunity to respond rather than react. This process of mindful observation helps to dissolve the pain body's grip, as we no longer feed it with our unconscious reactions. Instead, we bring light to the darkness, illuminating the hidden aspects of our psyche and integrating them into our conscious awareness. By bringing awareness to our emotional patterns, we can begin to release the pent-up energy that keeps us stuck in the past. This release is not always easy, as it requires us to confront our deepest fears and vulnerabilities. However, it is a necessary step towards healing and transformation. Practices such as journaling, meditation, and yoga can support this process, providing us with tools to explore and express our emotions in a safe and constructive way. As we release the old, stagnant energy, we make room for new positive experiences to enter our lives. This process of releasing the pain body can be challenging, but it is essential for experiencing true freedom and joy. Each step we take towards healing brings us closer to our authentic selves, free from the burdens of the past. We begin to see the world with fresh eyes, unclouded by the pain body's distortions. This newfound clarity allows us to make choices that are aligned with our highest good, fostering a sense of empowerment and inner peace. As we become more present, we create space for healing to occur. As we become more present, we create space for healing to occur. This presence is not just a mental state but a holistic experience that encompasses our body, mind, and spirit. It is a state of being where we are fully engaged with the present moment, free from the distractions of the past and future. In this state, we can access our inner wisdom and intuition, guiding us towards actions that support our well-being. We learn to observe our emotions without judgment, allowing them to arise, be felt, and pass away naturally. We learn to observe our emotions without judgment, allowing them to arise, be felt, and pass away naturally. This compassionate observation helps to dissolve the pain body, freeing us from its grip and allowing us to experience the present moment with greater clarity and peace. Over time, this practice of mindful awareness becomes a way of life, transforming our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. We become more resilient, more compassionate, and more connected to the essence of who we truly are. This compassionate observation helps to dissolve the pain body, freeing us from its grip and allowing us to experience the present moment with greater clarity and peace. As we continue on this journey of healing, we discover that the present moment is a source of infinite possibilities and profound joy. We realize that we are not defined by our past, but by our capacity to be fully present and engaged with life. This realization brings a sense of liberation and empowerment, enabling us to live with greater authenticity and purpose.